Hey guys, how are you doing? How are things? I can see that I am live. At least I hope I am live. So yeah, perfect. If you can hear me, please let me know. Send me a quick text or something's bad. I know that you're here with me. Perfect. And would be very great to know that you're here. Would be very great to get a quick text from you, and if you want, you can tell me where you're watching me from. Perfect. I'm just checking here. I just want to make sure that I can see myself on the screen, just to make sure that everything is okay. Perfecto. Hi Vijay. Hey Anna, eagerly waiting. Hi, so nice. How are you doing? What's the time in the US at the moment? Where you're watching me from, because of course there is different time. Hi Mar, how are you doing? Hello, how are things? Nice to see you here as well. I know that you are moving very soon to Ireland, and I hope that you're gonna have a great experience and a great time in Ireland. Thanks very much. It's very nice to know that you can hear me well, that everything is great. So yeah, that's very good news. Perfecto. So how are you doing, guys, and where else are you watching me from? Because I can see that VJ said that he's watching from Farmington Hills, from USA. I suppose this is Michigan. I don't really know all the states in the US, but I suppose it is the one. 8 o'clock. So nice. That's perfect. Cool, guys. So how are you doing? I haven't been on YouTube in actually a very long time, in a month. I've been on a holiday for a while because I needed to take a break, especially after the long lockdown that we had. It was a bit too much and a bit too long, so finally I feel like I have energy to go. And yeah, I'm gonna film a little video about what I was doing during my break and during my holiday, because it's been a very nice holiday. Perfect. I'm drinking water. It says Jameson here on the glass. It's not Jameson. Jameson is just water, just in case you're worried. So yeah, I can see someone else. Hello. And Joseph Doyle. Oh, Joseph, you write in Russian. That's interesting. Are you somewhere from Russia or anything, or do you just learn the language? Would be very nice to know more. Hello Toby, hi. Oh my god, so many people. That's very nice to see you here, guys. Cool. So why I'm making this video, why I'm making this live video, is because I have a very cool announcement. And I've seen in my Instagram stories that, not stories, but in my Instagram replies, Instagram messages, DMs, that plenty of people have been asking me for the Moving to Ireland guide. I know it's time when people move to different countries for different purposes, like for example for study purposes, for work purposes, and of course when you move somewhere, you should not make my mistake. You should, of course, do a bit of research about the country you're going to, just to have an idea of where you're going to, what is going on, what is happening, any kind of tips about the country. Yes, because if I was to move somewhere, of course, I would have to learn a bit about people, language, accents, population. I'd have to understand a bit about the way things work in that place, in that country. So I decided that it is finally time to announce the Moving to Ireland guide, the second edition, because I had the first edition and I was making the second edition for really long. Yeah, probably this is the reason I am making it now after my holiday, because I finally have energy to announce the guide and finish everything. So the guide is ready for you. And oh, Manish, hello, how are you doing? Thank you very much. I haven't seen you in a while as well, because I've been off from YouTube for a little while. So yeah, this is why I decided to finally announce the second edition of the guide, Moving to Ireland. And I know that you're looking for it, and I got loads of messages for people looking for it. I decided to make the first edition not available for a while because there is some outdated information, but the second edition will contain all the updated information. So yeah, perfect. So all those people who purchased the first edition of the guide will get the second edition for free today. Please bear with me for a little while because it will take a bit of time to send the guide to everyone, but you should have the guide by the end of today. So in a few hours time you should receive, within a few hours time you should receive the guide, okay? Now if something happens and for example you use a different email address, or maybe sometimes it happens that the storage is full on your Google account, and sometimes there is such a situation when we can't receive email in our inbox. Please let me know and I will make sure to send the second edition of the guide to your new email, because of course I totally understand that changes might have happened, okay? So yeah, but bear with me for a few hours please, and you will have the second edition of the guide, those people who purchased the first edition, okay? Now the second edition will be available when this video is finished, and it will be available with a 30% discount, which is great. The 30% discount will be for 4 days only, from today till Wednesday, and I will let you know more about the way you can get it, okay? Now, I know that loads of you have been asking me about the guide and why would you need it and stuff like this, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's in the guide because I know that you need some information. Oh, Joseph Doyle says, я ирландец, я учусь этому языку. Wow, oh my god. Is Russian one of the most difficult languages in the world, is it? Like, I think it is. So wow, well done. I totally understand how difficult it is for you to learn the Russian language. It is like, even like Russian is my second native language, and it's oh my god, it's so difficult for me either. For me as well, it's also difficult for native speakers to like learn the grammar, you know, and to pronounce those things. And I know that in English, for example, when you speak English, yes, you don't have those endings. Like, for example, you say, I am beautiful, she is beautiful, he is beautiful. So the word beautiful doesn't change. When you speak Russian, for example, or Romanian, French, the endings change, you know, and you have to learn, and the endings are so confusing, you know. Like, for example, я красивая for female, я красивый for male, you know. So I totally understand how hard it is, and especially for you that you have not been in that grammar group. Yes, like English is a different thing, is a different, like you don't have specific endings in English. I totally understand how difficult it can be for you to learn this, but well done, because this is amazing. Like, oh my god, it's gonna like train your brain. It's gonna be such a workout for your brain. So yeah, well done. I can see that Manish is doing fine, and yeah, that's all great, that's all amazing. So yeah, thanks a lot VJ for your comments, that's very great. Cool guys, so I was talking about the guide actually, and let me tell you a little bit of what I put in the second edition of the guide, okay? I can see it's a bit dark here. I wish I had a bit more light. Sorry, the sky is gray, it's Ireland. Cool, so I'm gonna make a little bit of introduction to the guide, okay? So first of all, there is an introduction to Ireland. I told you a few things about Ireland, like for example, about the flag, about the scenery, about the symbols of Ireland, like pubs and pints. And very often when I talk to people, I tell them that, oh, I'm going to have a pint, and people are like, what is a pint? Yes, so pint is like a glass of beer, and I explained a bit more about the pints in the guide. So these are little tiny things that very often are used like in Ireland, sometimes might be in the UK as well, that make the country different. It's something that people in the world usually do not know about, something that I did not know about. Also, I talked a little bit about cost of living. I know very many of you ask about cost of living. So what I did, I put like some basic needs that you might have, like for example, accommodation, public transport, a mobile phone, paying bills, yes, and any extra expenses on food. So I kind of counted a rough amount of how much money you might need, and I put that in the guide as well. It's over 1,000 euro. Unfortunately, it can be pretty expensive, especially at the beginning, but then, when you kind of settle in, you might need to buy less things. So of course, it's going to be a bit cheaper for you. But again, it's something more than possible. So then I talked a little bit about accommodation. I know that accommodation is not the easiest thing in the world. There is a housing crisis in Dublin, in Ireland, but in Dublin especially, same as in other bigger cities like London. I know that like New York, LA, I think, it can be very hard to find housing. Because of a high number of people as well. This has been a very, very big problem, the housing crisis. If you read a little bit about politics as well, you can see that politicians really constantly talk about the housing crisis, about how expensive everything is. But generally it can take a bit of time to find housing, to find accommodation, because I don't want to be negative about it, because I know some people who are very lucky to find some very good accommodation for a pretty affordable price. I know people who had to pay a lot of money for a really bad accommodation. So probably depends how lucky you are. Like I have an acquaintance who got a room in a very nice, new, beautiful, fresh apartment, and he was paying like 700 euro or 750 euro per month for that room, but that was a perfect location, not too far away from the city center, a very brand new everything, so that's a very good price for a room in such a good apartment. I know people who live in really bad, terrible conditions, and they pay like 800 euro for a tiny little small single room, so probably it depends on how long you're looking, on what you want to accept for yourself, and probably how lucky you are as well. Probably the element of luck cannot be removed. Can't remember the word. Cool. I can see that Said says, hi, Miss Sana, how are you? I'm very good, Said, thank you very much. How are you doing? James, you always mention the Irish weather, Anna Maria. Of course, everyone mentions the weather here. Everything changes so fast, and this is a huge thing for me personally. I still cannot get fully used to the weather. This is why, of course, I'm going to mention the weather all the time. This is something that sometimes I enjoy, but usually bothers me. So, of course, I'm going to talk about things that I don't like, that bother me, and things about that I like. So that's normal. So I can see that it says, nice to see you. Thank you very much. Angel, I can't read, but somebody, probably this is Japanese, but I can't read in Japanese, unfortunately. Good evening here in Tokyo. Wow, oh my god, that's so nice. Tokyo is like a different planet for me, to be honest, guys. Honestly, like a different planet. I hope to get there at some point, but I have no idea. Do I need a visa to get there? Most likely I need a visa to get there, but I would love to go there at some point. It's gonna be such an exotic holiday for me. But thanks a lot. That's very nice to know where you're watching me from. Perfection. So, housing. You need to be careful with scams as well, because scams happen. So I mentioned a few things in the guide about how a scam can look like. Okay, so be very careful. Do not really send your money to someone by Revolut, because most likely you might not be able to get them back. Maybe make a bank transfer if you are in the EU, if you need to pay a deposit, or just move to Ireland and see maybe you can find accommodation while being in here. Perfect. Also, I told you a little bit about taxes, because taxes is a very not difficult question, but I don't know why, but for example, in Eastern Europe, we do not talk about taxes. My mom is an accountant, and I called her this week and I was like, can you please tell me a bit more, elaborate about taxes? And oh my god, even she cannot properly explain to me about taxes. You know, like she kind of tried to explain to me how taxes work, but I'm not sure, like she did not explain to me like in a very simple way how taxes work and what kind of taxes we pay, like in Moldova, for example, you know. And this is such an important topic. Like we have to learn about taxes in school. It's a very important topic. I do not understand why we learn about, oh my god, we used to learn about every single type of soil, every single type of air and stuff like this, but we have never learned anything about taxes, you know. This is something that has to be implemented in schools, like very important. We have to know things about taxes and how they work. And I talked about taxes in the guide, so you don't have to go through all the books, websites, links. You can read everything there and you can see what taxes you pay. Like for example, we pay income tax, we pay USC, we pay pure SI, and I explained what that is and how much money you would pay out of your income towards those taxes. There is also a tax calculator that I included in the guide, so you can roughly understand how much money you will have as disposable income after tax, okay? And yeah, also I talked about different kind of like things that we have to pay. Like for example, when you put money in a deposit in a bank, you also get like the percentage, yes, and we also pay taxes on that percentage because that's considered to be income. Even though that's €2, you still pay taxes on those €2, okay? So this is something to keep in mind as well. Cool. Also in the guide I talked about the mobile providers because I know there are a few mobile providers. There are some more expensive ones. There are a bit cheaper providers that you can go for, and you can choose which one would suit your budget. About Wi-Fi, because as probably everywhere in the world, I suppose, there is like fiber broadband, there is part fiber broadband, and I told you which companies are doing fiber broadband. There are only two of those companies in Ireland, that's Virgin Media and Air, and the rest of the Wi-Fi providers, they are doing part fiber broadband. So fiber broadband is much faster and of course more expensive, but faster. So it's up to you to choose what you need to save money, where you need a faster internet, okay? So yeah, so I talked a little bit about that in the guide, a bit about education, about universities that you can apply to. So yeah, but guys, I know that many people have to move to Ireland with education to get like a study visa, but if you move to Ireland and you are an EU citizen, as an EU citizen, you do not need to study, you don't need any kind of visas, you just simply can come over and that's it, you know, you don't have to study. But I would highly recommend to study a little bit, because while you study, you understand a little bit about the culture, you get to talk to different people, a lot of native people as well, you know, you get to understand the culture, you get to understand the humor, you get to connect with people as well, you know. Maybe even take like an English course, or maybe go and do like a 1-year course in the university. It can be really helpful. It will help you to integrate into the society, to integrate into the culture. I totally understand that you might be bored, you might be like, oh, why, I don't need it, but believe me, it might help you a lot, and it will be worth of your invested time and money as well, okay? But I talked a little bit about scenarios of moving to Ireland. Yes, like depending on your visas, depending on your citizenships, you might need a visa, you might not need a visa, and how these things happen. About Irish citizenship, so it takes 5 years to constantly live in Ireland to apply for the Irish citizenship, to qualify to apply to the Irish citizenship, okay? And I told you there what you could do to prepare yourself if you wish to apply for the Irish citizenship, okay? Because if you want to apply, you need to have a lot of documents gathered, like you need to have your payslips, you need to demonstrate that you pay taxes into the government, you need to demonstrate that you lived here, yes, you need different kind of letters, So yeah, I explained all that in the guide as well, how to meet new people, because we need to meet new people. I also explained the different kind of extra information, like about bank holidays, about plugs as well, because plugs in Ireland are slightly different than in Europe. And yeah, just show to you how the plug looks like. So this is a very small, tiny little detail, but it actually is important, because you might come over and you can be like, oh my god, why can't I charge my phone? So yeah, but you don't necessarily need to charge your phone in a plug. You can use like a cable and charge your phone from the laptop in case you do not have a plug or you don't have an adapter. That should work out pretty well. Perfect. Let me see what you have texted here. Do you have yellow pages kind of listing? I'm very sorry, but I'm actually not exactly sure what's yellow pages. Boro Destiny says, hi from Austria. Wow, Austria, that's amazing. That's actually very, very cool. So yeah, cool guys, I can see that there are like 21 likes. Yeah, 21 or not 21 likes? Yeah, 22 likes. Guys, give this video a like. Don't forget to give this video a like, it's very important. So other people have access to this live video. So yeah, cool. So I told you a little bit about the guide, about what you can find in there, what you can read about Ireland. And it's like, you know, instead of you sitting down and going through all the websites, all the links, watching all the YouTube videos, yes, you can open the guide, you can read about Ireland, about different kind of things that are of interest to you, and that will save you time, energy, effort, you know, and yeah, will save you a bit of time. Also, about driving, some people were asking me about driving, so I included a section about driving, about owning a car. So like, for example, how to get the driving license, yes, about paying tolls, about what kind of taxes you need to pay on your car. So everything is there in the guide. Okay, cool. So I put a lot of work to put all those things together for you. So yeah, I hope you'll really enjoy it. So yeah, cool. Is anyone actually planning to move to Ireland or not? I would be very, very, very interested to know if somebody wants to move over. Cool. So yeah, cool. The guide will be available with a 30% discount from today till Wednesday. Okay, today when this video is over. If you're watching the recording of this video, then the guide is already available. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to get the guide, so I created a new page on Instagram. I was trying to create a website, but I had a few problems with the system of the website due to the fact that it's hard to explain, but due to different countries and something being in the EU, something being outside the EU. This is why I had some problems. This is why I quickly decided to create a new Instagram page. I'm gonna leave the link. Actually, I will leave the link in the comments. I probably can do this in the comments, so you can access that page. You can text me on that page and say, Anna, I want to get the guide, and I will tell you what you need to do to get the guide. Okay, so yeah, let me find it now for you, and I'm gonna text the link of that Instagram page in the chat. Perfecto. Now I'm just gonna put it here. So yeah, cool. Let me see what you are saying then. Also, I can see that Mara is moving on Thursday. Oh my god, just a few more days for you. That's very, very, very cool. I'm sure you should be very excited. I know everyone is usually like really excited, you know, before moving over. So yeah, I'm gonna text the link here of a new Instagram page. So yeah, you can just simply access that page, send me a text and be like, hey Anna, I want to get the guide, and I'll make sure that you have the guide. Okay, so yeah, perfect. Cool. So yeah, I can see that some of you are planning. I actually got loads of messages on my Instagram requests being like, hey, I want to get the guide. I was like, wait a little bit. The second edition will be ready very, very, very soon for you. And you will be able to get it as well. So yeah, oh, I can see that Mara is excited and a little bit nervous. Yeah, that's absolutely normal, because you know, when we do not know exactly what is going to happen, of course we can be a bit nervous. I have noticed that sometimes I like being a bit like healthy stressed and healthy nervous, because this makes me get up, look for something. It motivates me to do things, you know, things that I didn't do before. So yeah, and then it's gonna be a cool experience to move somewhere and to meet new people, to test yourself. Many people who moved somewhere abroad, they told me that they have changed a lot, you know, like changed a lot. I've been talking to loads of people, they are in their like 30s, and they told me that, look, I've been, my mom and dad paid for me till I'm in my 30s, so their parents paid for them the whole time. They didn't have to worry about anything, they didn't have to think about anything, and then they moved abroad roughly when we were about 30, and they said that they've changed so much. Like it's been not the easiest thing for them, but they've changed so much. And yeah, that is gonna be a cool, very, very cool change. So yeah, but it is cool because you'll become an interesting person. There will be so many things to talk about to people. You'll meet new people, you'll have to adapt to them. So, you know, like very often in job descriptions, you have the so people want people like employers want candidates who can be adaptable, you know. So if somebody moves abroad, they can definitely say that they are adaptable, they can adapt. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Cool, guys. I've been here for about half an hour, and it was very, very nice talking to you. Thank you very much for joining this live video. I will have to go and send all the second edition guides to those who purchased the first edition and go through all the requests for the second edition. And yeah, I left the link to the Instagram. I'm gonna leave the link one more time. Here, paste the link to my Instagram account. So if you want to get the guide, please just tag me on that Instagram account, okay? I'm gonna leave this link in my own Instagram as well, so you will find it for sure. I'm gonna leave everything in the description to this video as well, so you will find the link for sure. Just text me, Anna, I want to get the guide, and I'll tell you what to do. Don't forget that there is a 30% discount from today till Wednesday, the 6th of October, and that might be very handy for you to get a little bit of discount. So yeah, cool. Thank you very much, everyone. It is very lovely to see you here. And yeah, I am getting very soon back to editing a few videos, to filming a few videos, and it would be very, very lovely to get to connect with you again. So yeah, everyone have a lovely, lovely, lovely Sunday. I hope you're gonna enjoy it. I hope it's gonna be beautiful for you. You can rest and relax because tomorrow is Monday. We have to get ready for Monday, and have a lovely week ahead as well. And see you very soon. Don't forget, the link will be in the description, so you can text me on my guide Instagram page or on my normal Instagram page and say, Anna, I want to get the guide, and I will tell you what you need to do. See you very soon. Bye, everyone.